Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Randy.
Have you ever thought to yourself, boy, I bet I could run a social media network better than those guys in charge? Well, now's your chance. We've created a fast, fun card game called 1 Billion Users where you get to test yourself by running your own social media network.
You'll be competing with your friends to build the biggest audience, all while dodging blockers and playing some blockers on your friends like server overload.
And as you build your social media network, you'll have to watch out for how much toxicity is on there, because if your platform becomes too toxic, it can have really negative consequences.
All along the way, you'll be attracting influencers to build your audience. But watch out, because others will try and steal those influencers from you with the audience they bring.
And you really have to watch out for those pesky trolls. They can bring a lot of toxicity, but not too many users.
6 years ago, we kickstarted CIA Collect It All, which was based on a real CIA training game where they taught recruits how to use different types of intelligence collection techniques. Since then, we've been trying to figure out the right follow-up game and testing out different themes and mechanics. We ended up going with 1 Billion Users, which is based on a topic near and dear to our hearts, social media.
Also, like with Collect It All, 1 Billion Users is actually based on some public domain material. In 1906, William Jansen Roche released a game called Touring, which is considered the very first of the Take That style card game. It's a game where players are racing cars trying to get as far as possible while also playing blockers and other hazards on the other players to try and stop them. Touring has been mimicked in a lot of ways by other game developers. Most famously in the 1950s, a game called Meal Born was based on Touring and had very similar mechanics, but became super popular. In fact, for a little while, Meal Born actually outsold Monopoly. As a game, though, it was basically the same as Touring with just a few small tweaks.
We've been thinking hard about how to update the game to be both modern and fresh from a mechanical standpoint, and to really lean into the theme and dynamics of social media. To that end, we have a bunch of updates we're excited to share.
Rather than miles on a racetrack, with 1 billion users, you're trying to attract millions of users to your platform. That means trying to court social media influencers who will bring their large audience with them, but it also means responding to random events that might change the flow of the game, such as tech regulations or a tech bubble.
Also, you'll be able to take on the role of different social media platforms that all bring their own spin on the game, adding advantages and disadvantages. These are inspired by the very tech companies that we love and love to hate.
So please back our campaign. We put a lot of work into making a really fun game that you'll have a great time playing with your friends and family, and you'll finally find out if you have what it takes to build a social media network with 1 billion users.